rebuke, I 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 rebuke.
Okay, you can rebuke it all, but it's a very practical process with 49% of the population. And relationships are reflective. You reflect and draw the kind of men that you reflect. You draw what you are. So if your interactions are chaotic with men,
I rebuke.
about your rebuking, the clock counts for everybody.
Yes.
Kick rocks, bitch.
They like the chaos.
They like the chaos. So when you're able to let that chaos reign with let that chaos reign with let that chaos reign with
Yes. Welcome, guys. Welcome to another edition, another live stream, another video here on the Chaos Rain Show. I am Chaos Rain here, or formerly known as Chaos. Today, I have some interesting things to show y'all. And this will be a series, like mini series. Shout out to Desaline. This is gonna be about this divestments and reachbacks, or I'd say bring your ass back for short. And truly, there's countless women now on the internet expressing their either failures, jumping or stepping out, or even go as far as want to come back to, I guess, the arms of black men. Wherever the case may be, they are what we call trying to step back in. And most brothers today, as at this moment, as I speak, are not playing ball step back. They never call it the reach back, but I like to call it the step back or take a step back. So no further ado, and as I'm playing these videos, I would kindly would love and respect if you guys would hit the like button. It will do no harm. Likes are free. This, if you're on your phone or on any other electronic tablet, and let me show you how it works, because I notice when I do these things, people are not hitting the like button. So I'm going to look for myself, see how it works. Where is it? Because I gotta know what for my own platform how to hit the like button.
Auto in-text citation.
And as I'm looking now on my phone, how it works is you can hit the like button from the side corner. If I hit back, there should be a like button you can hit from your phone. You should be able to maneuver it. So I have full confidence y'all will hit the like button. But anyhow, no further ado, let's run these videos. Fair use. Shout out Desaline. Respect for this one. Let's go.
3 years worth of college, I was, I was swirling. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was definitely swirling. Okay. Now where I'm at in my season and through my own journey, I personally know that I do not want to date white men ever again. And I'm okay with that. And that's just me personally, right? I want a black man. There was a very unhealed part of me that had to really, really, reprogram my mind and understand myself in another depth. The connection I have with white men can never equal the connection that I have with black men, right? Like it just will never equal. I don't know, there's just something that's just always going to be divided. There's just something magnetic between black men and black women when they are in union with each other. Like, you cannot match the chemistry, the energy, the passion between a black man and a black woman compared to a black woman and a white man. That's just my personal opinion.
So if that's the case, and you are experienced, and looks like you've been dating out a long time, sweetie, long time, and that's your choice. We're in America. This is a free country. Well, last time I checked, it's supposed to be free, but that's not a story. But you are stepping out amongst the community, right? You're swirling out. You're taking dick from other groups of men, right? And that's fine. That's fine. But here's the killer to all this. And not only didn't work out, but now you feel you're obligated to come back to black men with open arms. And no person has told me this, that, and the question I'm going to lay out now personally, and I'm hoping I'm getting an answer. Maybe not. I might never get aims. That's fine. That should black men really take back these women after they profound said that they have dated outside the group? And as you know, the title of the stream is Divestment Delusions. And you reaching back or come back. This is volume 1. So there's going to be a few videos we're going to play on this. And I'm thinking, should you come back? Should you really come back? Should black men be so obligated after you already shown disdain, hate, like literally hate, and vitriol, because it's not just dating out, it's just the problem. Now you express it through your forms. You want to advocate other black women, this the treat is better. I've noticed with black folks, and this is just me, people. I notice with us in general, right? That anytime we find some good, we want to grab others within our group, whether it's the same sex or whatever, to say, I got some good, come follow me. I'm not business of trying to, if I find some good, I'm going to say, here, I'm going to open my hand, come follow me, do what I do. Absolutely not. You should do what is in the best interest, what your spirit tells you to do, what your heart tells you, and what your circumstance tells you. You should not be so obligated. Even if I try to entertain it, trying to advocate and promote, you should do what I do and follow me in regards to when we're talking about dating out. Generally, I find it to be a red flag. But anyone do it. And I mean, seriously, a red flag. But anyhow, let's hear the brother's statements on this, and I'm getting more commentary. Let's go.
We back. Now, today's video is going to be a follow-up video to the one I dropped a few.
So remember, this is like something that he has done a series on a lot of this. All right. As you see the video before that, which I haven't really covered. I might, maybe in later down, but we shall see. We shall see.
Case study of another woman who had multiple children with a man of non-African descent, a non-African male species. And now, for whatever reason, she decided that, you know what, I don't want to dabble in that part of town anymore. I don't want to visit that neighborhood anymore. I want to go to the black man's territory now. I want to cuddle up under the black man. I want to feel the energy of the black man, very unique type of energy that cannot be replicated anywhere else. I understand, baby girl, I understand. But unfortunately, in that video, I told her, baby, listen, the type of black man you want to be with, I'm sorry to tell you, he don't want to be with you. You're going to have to find a black man who's similar to yourself, a black man like RG3, guys like that who are sniffing behind the white woman's butt, kissing the white woman's feet.
Now, RG3, I don't know who he's talking about or implying. I'm not sure if that was a black man he's talking to, but I guess he's some dude that already has dated, made it out. Maybe he's married to another non-black person with kids, possibly. So I'm not sure who he's implying, who he's stating about RG3. Let's go. RJ3, yeah.
And now he wants to chase after the black woman now. He wants to be Malcolm X. He wants to grab the dashiki out the closet. You need to get with that black man because that black man is your reflection, right? When it comes to the black men who love themselves, the black men who have knowledge of self, the black men who love their ancestors, the black men who love their women, the black men who love the babies, those black men, I told her, listen, stay away from those black men. Leave those black men alone. Leave them to congregate amongst the beautiful black women who love black men, who only have eyes for the black men. That's who that black man should be dealing with. When it comes to you walking in the front door with your biracial children, listen, leave those black men alone. Those black men are not bothering anybody. Don't come bombard them with your biracial children, right? Now, in this case study, we got another woman, right? Now, I don't know if she got biracial children. Who knows? But in her case, she said that, you know, back in the day, she was mixing and mingling and tooting that ass up for the adversary. And now she wants to run back to the black man. She want to cuddle up under the black man. She want to feel the energy of the black man. And now she has become an advocate of black love, right? She used to be, you know, kissing on the white man, loving on the white man, you know, cooking dinner for the white man, you know, cooking and cleaning for the white man. Now she wants to come in and love on the black man now. She wants to be an advocate for black love. She believes that the only man that a black woman should be with is the black man, and the black family is the most beautiful institution ever created. She has now seen the light, my brother. She has now seen the light. So we are now going to dissect this case study. And yeah, you know, like I said, brothers, this is an archetype very active in the ecosystem. And you have to be able to identify it so you know if you're dealing with a black woman who has genuine love for the black man, right?
And, you know, I don't know if I wrote the few cues to identification of who really loves you, brothers, in regards to truly love you. Now, most men I wrote manuscripts. Some did videos of how to spot women that are either sexually attracted to or really down with your program. I go a different approach. Only time will tell if they're really into or not. And you got to do what we call the test, the ish test. You're going to try her, trial, and intensify, but not too tense, but enough, apply pressure to see where she stands between you and her. Because let's be fair, honest. I heard this from a live stream how a person said that if you got divorced, you're a black man and you're married to a black woman and you divorced, says a fail. No, she wants to move on because she chooses to move on. Most unions today in the 21st century, even the last century, are not lasting 20 or more years. The most you're going to get out of the relationship here in America with anyone, but particularly, let's say we deal with the races, the race of women, whereas a non-black woman or an actual black woman, you're looking at 5 to a 5-year difference, roughly. With non-black women, you might get 10 years. They say the average is 8, but we could say and be friendly, maybe a decade. A black woman, you'd be surprised you survive 5, much less maybe 2 or 3. And the reason why is because most women today, it's not they don't prioritize marriage, but they don't see the value of being in a marriage for the long term. If things were going the way they say they're going, they will still not be satisfied because they have to move the goalposts. Because in their mind, there is someone they consider they could do better, or they're messing around, find something better anyway. Because women, by nature, do get bored, and they're bored more than ever. If you notice between men and women, if you pay attention, most men don't get bored easily. Most men keep things simple. Right? They get their leisure, their little small entertainment, right? Video games, playing sports, or hanging out doing other things, or type of regimens that require physical exercise. And the other thing is quietness. You know, they want too much noise, too much stuff going in their head, unless it's some music. They don't want too much noise. And, you know, what's the last? The last thing is, you know, sex from occasionally. And we all know with marriage, 9/10 out of the time, you marry a woman, right? She'll get too comfortable and she'll be bored too. So what happens with her, she'll let herself go. And you see image and videos of women nowadays that are once nice and skinny, maybe they have a kid or two there. And then you see over 10 or more years later, you see them get big as a horse. And we don't understand the correlation because she does not prioritize keep herself up to par for the men that she says she loves. Now, I'm not expecting women to look like super body builds or super skinny, but where you are, if you kept your body in some way, you can improve a little bit. You know, a little exercise here won't hurt, but always try and maintain as possible to the best of your possibility. But most women that once they get married, they let themselves go. And there are videos. I remember one time, was it Shay? Show a video of a woman that was pushing some femininity nonsense, right? And she is big as a goddamn horse. And I'm saying, wait, you've been married to a man for a long time. He paid, does all this and that, and you let yourself go? Yikes! But it lets you know, saying that in her mind, she's in control of the relationship. So that's why I think why it's lasting the way it is. But mind you, if the guy starts to do what he needs to do, and he starts either step out of the marriage or whatever, then she has the full authority of the state to take or divorce your butt. So most dudes nowadays are being more tactical and very smart, saying we're not going into a bad deal. So I'm not gonna keep talking. Let's keep going with the videotape. Various phrases.
Black woman who always had love for the black man. She never had to go through any phases. She never had to go see the light. She never had to go do some self-reflection in order to love the black man. She always internally had a love for the black man. That is the woman you should be with, my brothers. These archetypes, listen, you could do what you want. It's a free country. But when it comes to me, the advice that I would give my brothers is only focus your energy on the women who genuinely have love for the black man, and they always had that love for the black man. They didn't have to go through any traumatic experiences to develop that love. They didn't have to pop out any, mixed race kids to figure out they had a love for the black man. They always had that love for the black man. Those are the women you should deal with and devote your time and energy and your life towards. Do not invest no energy in no woman who had to go through some traumatic experience to figure out that she loved the black man. That is not the woman for you. That is not the queen for you, my brothers. Simply put, end of discussion. Now, anyways, let's analyze some of her commentary.
Something that I see a lot on social media, especially on this app, when it comes to black women speaking on their experience of dating white men and sharing their experience on this app, that they bash black men in the process. And this is even something that I used to do. And I had to learn from it and understand why I was doing that. And that's just through, trauma healing and therapy and all that good stuff, that they bash black men in the process. And this is even something that I used to do. And I had to learn from it and understand why I was doing that. And this is even something that I used to do. And
so, brothers, in that video, right, she admitted that back in the day, right?
No, it's pretty evident that she did not love you. She don't care for you, much less give a F about you. If our whole interaction with you or behind your back, she's bashing the opposite sex within her race, she already shows where her heart is at, and that's not with you. And people always question, say, which group of people is worse bashing? I would say today, as I'm noticing from my own eyes, and it's just me, that the bashing comes worse with women. And the reason why I said women, because women, by default, very notorious way how they act towards opposite sex. They have no respect. They do things that could cause harm on themselves towards the opposite sex, and really flat out, that is very unladylike. Now, most dudes you come across, if you come across certain dudes, the only thing you might expect if you turn him down respectfully or whatever, right? He might say something, slide out his mouth saying F-U-B-I-T-C-H and all this nonsense, and nothing more. It's not a point where a man's going to sit and say, oh, you're Jake, I'm just going to hurt you. No. That's not how it works. Now, does that exist? Maybe. But for some of the majority of men out here, they're not going to go so eager to really go ham on you. They're just going to look at it, rejection, and keep pushing. It's only when the opposite sex, like the ladies, they got their foul mouths and say some lewd, disgusting, and inflammatory, where it could be violent, that you mess around with the wrong dude. And there are some dudes out there, they will give you the Turner effect. So let's keep listening.
When she was, before she seen the light, before she found, black Jesus, she said when she was laying up with the white man, she would denigrate the black man. She would disrespect and bash the black man, right? While simultaneously, while she was tooting that ass up for the adversary, she was slandering the black man simultaneously, right? So number one, I think this is one of the main reasons why I tell y'all to stay away from this archetype, right? Because this archetype comes around like when they see the light, right? When it doesn't work out on the other side of town, they want to come back to the black man's territory and talk about how black love is the greatest love ever created. But they won't tell you how back in the day, now she is being honest, but they won't tell you how back in the day, when they was tooting that ass up for the adversary, they're not going to tell you how at the same time they was denigrating the black man at the same time, right? So that's probably why the adversary felt comfortable making you his woman, because he knew that you was against the black man. Now you want to come back to the black man and show love. All right, it's cool. Anyway, let's continue.
Very comical when a lot of you black women say that, oh, I'm gonna go on that side because they treat me better, or they're treating us better, just based off of a 15-second clip that you see of a black girl getting kissed and all giggly and glowy and happy with a white man, thinking that that's how she's getting treated better. But y'all don't even realize that the white man has been studying us for fucking decades. It is their job to. They need to, right? Because without us, they can't do what they fucking do.
Oh Lord, she done got the dashiki out the closet.
No, she didn't got Daishiki out the closet. She's come to Revelation to really push some non-Afrocentric pro-black nonsense. Because she got, how can I say this? She got creamed in a very sexual manner by said non-black man. And in return, this non-black man did not give her a long-term or any form of relationship. He just used her as a utility, most like a object, play with it a little bit, bust a couple, nuts here and there, and kept it pushing. That's what she viewed and used her. And after being used in that fashion, she comes to that revelation that, maybe I'm being used. But see, it takes a couple non-black men to go through or ran through her for to come to that revelation. And not every black woman is going to come to this awakening. They had to go through enough men. And I mean, not just men, just young or older men in her lifetime, non-black men generally, to really start see what really is going on here. And the sad thing about it, that these other groups may notice, that's why they could still get a chance if they're really eager to have Keisha or any black woman busted wide open for without little effort. Just like this, with a snap of the finger, she'll pull down them drawers and get to work. Let's keep going. Fair use, fair use.
She done got the Amos Wilson books off the bookshelf. She done been watching some John Henry Clark videos on YouTube. Now all of a sudden, the white man has been studying us for centuries. This is what I mean, brothers. A woman who herself said she was laying up having intimate relations with non-African males and simultaneously denigrating the African male. Now she coming around talking about the white man has been studying us for centuries. Yo, I'm so done, bro. I'm so done. Let's continue.
And it cracks me up in a way because of the fact that I am one black woman who used to date white men. And sometimes when I see some of you black girls that come on this app and y'all are showing off your little white men, right? I can peep very much who's doing it out of a materialistic thing to just show off the fact that, like, hey, I got chosen.
I see a lot of people watching in the stream. Please hit the like button. Likes are free. Hit the likes, get the likes up. Come on, let's go. Fair use.
By a white man, I'm good over here, whatever the case may be, right? But you're actually not coming from a genuine place of love. Oop, I said it.
Damn. She about to make me defend the divestors, brothers. Forgive me, brothers, but I'm gonna have to defend the divestors for 10 seconds. Listen, baby. Listen. I get it. You want to ingratiate yourself towards black men. So in an effort to disarm black men, and when I say disarm, I don't mean it in the literal context of disarming somebody, but I mean it in terms of when you disarm someone, basically you try to get them to lower their guard, right? Appear as a trustworthy, charming individual, a non-threatening individual, trying to build a rapport and gain influence or create a sense of comfort with somebody else, right? So in order to create that environment with black men, ingratiate yourself towards black men, disarm black men, you want to distance yourself from the women you're talking about, right? When in reality, you are that exact same woman not too long ago. And you're saying that these women don't have any genuine love for the white men that they're with. Now, that's another conversation. But I can say, do you have genuine love for the black man if you were that exact same archetype just not too long ago, right? If a black man made similar admissions that you did, who said that when I was chasing after the white girls and I was laying up with the white girls, I was bashing the black woman. I was talking shit about the black woman. I was denigrating the black woman. But now I got love for the black woman, and the black woman is the greatest woman, and black love is the greatest love, and the chemistry between black men and black women, it's unmatched. Would you look at that black man as genuine, or would you look at that black man as a clown, right? So I can say,
I'll give you the answer. They'll look at that black man as not only a traitor, but they'll look at a black man as something to not touch. Unless he's cute. Unless that black man is what I consider they are sexually attracted to. They will give a pass to a very well and sexual attracted black man that they like. They will do that. They might give him a second chance, obviously. But if you're just regular Joe and you're not to the eyes of modern women, particularly black women, no, they won't give you a chance today. They'll just let you alone. They'll cuss you and say things under their breath, make you feel little. That's what they'll do. They'll say, "Oh, I want to date this dude." No, I ain't gonna. Yeah, they can have you all this stuff, because in their mind, unless you are to their eyes attractive, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna send you back and say, "We don't want nothing to do with you." That's the only time that there's a line drawn. Unlike black men, let's be honest. Either we know a woman's past or not, we take pretty much any woman. And that's just sad for me to say, but I'm just keeping real. We'll probably take any woman, including black women that have stepped out with non-black. Sure. Let's continue. Fair use.
the same thing for you that you're saying to those women. I can say that the same way how those women might not have a genuine love for the white man, I can say that you don't have genuine love for the black man because you were in that exact same position and you were that exact same archetype not too long ago, right? So at the end of the day, neither you or those women have genuine love for the black man. So regardless, trying to separate yourself from them just because maybe you seen a light or you had a bad experience or because, you went through therapy and now therapy made you realize how much you love the black man. Listen, I don't want no woman who has to go through therapy in order to realize that she got love for the black man, right? When it comes to me, like I said before in my last video, I've had love and admiration and attraction for black women since I was a little boy, learning my ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, right? I didn't have to go through therapy and go pay somebody in order to realize that I love the black woman. If you had to go through all that to realize you love the black man, something is deeply wrong internally from the beginning. Now, anyway, let's continue.
Some of y'all don't even know why y'all have been picked by white men because of the fact that you come from such a low vibrational, low functioning, right? Wanting to be chosen, right? Unhealed version of yourself, and they can spot that shit fucking miles away. How many of y'all continuously say, who is dealing with white men? How many of y'all have said, oh my God, a white man treats me better than a black man? It's because they know. They know what to do. That's going to get you to crawl for them. They know what to say that's going to get you to submit to them. Because unfortunately, we do have a lot of y'all in the black community, I'm talking to black women, who think that white men are better than black men because of how you're being treated. But you actually don't understand the actual history and why this white man is treating you the way that you are wanting to be treated. The ones that come on this app and they talk about their experience, or they even are talking about them as they are dating a white person, a white man, and the things that they say that this white man is doing, you can just tell in the face that they act like he came to a gift from God, right? He just dropped down the sky and this white man is the best white man and whatever the case may be. And y'all don't realize the fact that it's all part of the fucking game that they play towards black women. White men know our history as black women. White men know what we truly desire and how we are when it comes to black men and them not giving us what we truly desire, right? Y'all come on this app constantly on a day-to-day basis and spew the negativity about black men so that white men, right, are peeping this shit, right? And they're like, oh, well, all I got to do is just do this part. Oh my God, he opened the door for me. Oh my God, he took me to...
Yeah, that's low self-esteem. Right there. They don't do too much. They do just enough. Matter of fact, they don't do much. Oh, they show up with white skin. That's all it takes them to reel them in. Fair use.
Barbados. Oh my God, he brought me a Rolex. Oh my God, he brought me a Range Rover, right? These white men know that a lot of y'all have not had this, right? So they use it to get to you. I don't know how many white men would try to give me materialistic things, and I'm looking at them like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, I thought, you would really like this. I've been on a cruise. You don't need to give me a cruise. Oh, you have? Why are you shocked that I've been on a fucking cruise? Where did you think I lived? In the cotton fields? Like, come on, let's keep it a buck.
I'll do you one better, sweetie. They think you come from poverty. They think you have not done anything, accomplished nothing. Hell, you have not traveled. That's why they think the way they do when they come across black women, on the normal modern black woman. That you've been in the streets, in the hood, busting wide open. That's how they think you. That's why when you say you done this, did that, they're gonna be surprised. Keeping it real. Face.
And I'm not saying this as an ungrateful thing, but I'm saying this as a way that a lot of y'all don't even peep the fact that they're giving this shit because they think that you've never even had it. I just came across a woman who was talking about my man gave me pasta and lobster, and she has a white man. Hello? Y'all talk about being oppressed so much, but yet y'all continue to feed into the oppressor and what the oppressor is giving you because of the fact that y'all think y'all are so oppressed and he's paying attention to you. Oh, a black man never opened the door for you. Oh, a black man never, really told you you're beautiful. Oh, a black man, Okay, I know exactly what to do to get to y'all. And y'all fucking are weak in the knees. I've been around so many black women that as soon as a white man gives her a compliment, oh my God, you would have thought the Nile River woke up. Like, it's insane. But as soon as a black man was to give her a compliment, it's thank you with an attitude. Like, y'all haven't peeped this shit yet, and then maybe a lot of y'all don't want to because of the fact that y'all want to continue to think that they're the ones that are going to save y'all. I hate to break it to a lot of y'all, but these white men do not like y'all. Like, they don't really like y'all. They like the fact that they have somebody who looks at them as if they're all, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all do look at, especially if you're in a relationship with them, a lot of y'all do look at them as if they are the top of the top, right?
So are you saying that, I'm not sure what this lady's implying, that most black women view, or actually white men or the non-black men they date, mostly white, are narcissists? That when they come in front of you, that they're entitled to your attention, your box, everything? That's what you're implying, sweetie? I think I'll take her word for it. Fair use.
And if we know our fucking history, they've always thought that they were the top of the top. So the fact that a white man has a black woman who is actually making them feel and look as if they are the top of the top, how do you fucking think that that white man's going to treat you and continuously treat you to have you stay stuck with your oppressor? This is going to ruffle some feathers. I already know. But I'm going to talk about this a lot more because it needs to be talked about. Because I am one black woman who has dealt with white men. And a lot of the shit that I can tell y'all, I hope a lot opens up your guys' fucking minds. Because it's not what y'all think it is. And the ones that come on this app in those type of relationships, I'm not saying that I know them, but I'm telling y'all, it's not what you think it is. It's really not. That's all I'm going to say right now.
All right, we back. Now, listen, baby, I could say the same thing for you. I could say that you have also studied the black man, the psychology of the black man, and you are now employing certain tactics and strategies to get the black man to open up in a similar way as the white man employs tactics and strategies to get the black woman to open up, right? When I go through your videos, I hear you pretty much saying all the right things that you know would push the buttons of a black man. Oh man, the black man is the perfect man for the black woman. I love the black man. The chemistry between the black man and the black woman. Oh, look what these black women doing with the white man. Oh, I'm different from them. I really love the black man, unlike them, right? You're trying to separate yourself. You're trying to ingratiate yourself towards black men because for whatever reason, it didn't work out on the other side. So now you want to run back to the black man's territory, like I said. So
that's what it is. And there's no formula for success. For those that don't know, my issue is if we're going to jump the fence and go to the other side, we should have the common sense to respect each other. Hopefully, but we don't. How you doing, so man? I hope everything's well with you, brother. We don't do that because in our mind, the grass is greater on the other side, right? And not only that, we're gonna throw stones on our way to the other side. Not to mention, we're gonna try to tag along everybody else that hasn't feel the happiness we gotten to come over here. Snowman, I know in your chat room, do you always advocate and preach to black men to jump the fence as well, brother? Just like and what I mean by this, that do you advocate to most black men say, come deal with other groups of women? Because you are married to a non-black woman, but I don't think you ever mentioned say this is the way every person should go. Am I wrong, Snowman? You could explain in the chat room. I would surely like to hear from you. All right, let's go. Farius.
You're employing similar tactics and strategies against the black man that you said a white man is employing against the black woman, right? And now you're talking about if we knew our history, this, that, and the third. Baby, don't talk to me about history, man. Don't talk to me about history if the white man had your legs pointed towards the ceiling. I don't want to hear nothing about no history. I don't understand. Y'all get with the white man, then you want to come back to the black man talking about our history. I don't understand this nonsensical mentality that is so pervasive in the atmosphere, bro. Swear to God, I don't understand it. I swear I can't understand it. And of course, yes, of course, a white man would want to be with y'all because, like you said, y'all glorify them like they're the top of the top, and they don't get that same energy from white women. White women do not treat them as if they're the top of the top. White women treat them as if they're the scum of the earth. So that's why to them, it's like a breath of fresh air getting with a black woman with self-hate, because they can finally feel, like you said, I'm the top of the top, right? I'm the superior white race. I'm from the master race. So I'm going to get with the black woman in order to reaffirm my ideology that I'm a member of the master race, because he cannot get that same validation from the white woman. The white woman is going to say you are a diabolical patriarch and I rather be single and travel the world. But if he steps out of his race and gets with a woman outside of his ethnicity, then he can finally feel like I'm the top of the top. I'm the master race, like Hitler said, right? So unfortunately, that's why I don't really deal with y'all, because I know a lot of y'all was feeding into that nonsense, and now you want to come back to the black man and make an about face and make it seem like, oh, black love is the superior love, and black love and the black family, and the black man is the greatest man of all time. But like I said, man, that is not genuine. Just like you said, those women are not genuine. You yourself are also not genuine, right? So when it comes to me, I'm always going to advocate for my brothers to only deal with black women who only sincerely, genuinely have always had a love for the black man. And it never was performative. They never had to go through trauma or go to therapy. They never had to go through a bad experience with a white man to realize they love the black man. If you had to go through all them trials and tribulations, if you had to go climb a bunch of mountains just to realize you got love for the black man, then to be honest, baby, you could keep that love. It's so many black women who genuinely got love for the black man. They've always had love for the black man. They never had eyes for other men. Those are the women, those are the top of the top. That's the cream of the crop to me. Those are the women that I got love for. Those are the women that I gravitate towards. Those are the women that all black men who love themselves, black men who have knowledge of self, black men who love their ancestors, black men who love their heritage. Those black men should only deal with those black women. Y'all other black women that was doing all that nonsense, now you want to run back to the black man after it didn't work out. Baby, keep doing whatever you was doing. Keep doing whatever you was doing. Now, like I said, if you do want to get with a black man, you have to get with a black man who is your similar reflection. You have to get with a black man who walked a similar path as you, right?
And I'm going to say this again. Most majority of Western people, Western black people, black man, black woman, especially black woman that has dated out, procreate out, and wants to come back or wants someone to reach back to them, right? Or they want to reach back to black men. Whatever case you want to call it, they do not want another man to reach back that's already dating, procreating maybe, out of the race like her. She's looking for somebody that loves black women only, wants to procreate with her. All right, she already come in with kids, mixed kids. Let's keep it real. She came in the relationship with mixed kids, so you're gonna be the stepdaddy to mixed kids. And there are some black men now that's on YouTube, the ones that have bigger channels, that have children with non-black women, that has kids from their own men, which I do not condone. I do not advocate this. If you're a brother, if you don't have no kids, don't procreate with anybody. If you decide to step out, which I don't advocate, but let's go there, with a woman that has kids in her own culture. You must create your own family. You have the capability, you have the necessity to do so. Create a new soil that's not adulterated. But besides that, most black women nowadays look for a man that loves only black women only and only has date and had intercourse with black women. They're not really too far find dudes that already stepped out. They're not doing that. Last time I checked. Because they pay attention to how what the man's doing, the black man's doing, but don't really concern what they're doing. Because the society stagnates, suppress, and make guards the males within their group, particularly black men. Let's continue. This is a good tape.
Who was chasing after the white woman, kissing the white woman's butt, chasing after the white woman, kissing the white woman's feet, and now he wants to run back to the black woman. You have to get with that black man because that black man is your reflection. For whatever reason, though, y'all want to get with the black man who, like I said, the black man who's an intellectual, the black man who loves his community, the black man who loves himself and his ancestry. For some reason, you guys want to get with those black men. Out of all the black men you could get with, you want to get with the black man who loves himself and who loves black women. But you yourself said back in the day, you was laying up with the white man, kissing the white man, and bashing the black man simultaneously. So why should that black man get with you and the women who are similar to you? Because you are not the only one. Just a few days ago, I did a video of another woman with biracial children talking the same exact nonsense. So obviously, this is a segment. There is a contingent of women in the community who have similar experiences and similar mentalities, and for whatever reason, they want to run back to the black man when it's all said and done. When the reality, baby, you could have been with the black man from the jump. But why wasn't you with the black man from the jump? That's what we got to ask. Why did you have to go through trials and tribulations to realize you got love for the black man? That's why I say it's not genuine. It's fraudulent. Just like you said, the white man is fraudulent, baby. All the women who share your mentality, y'all are just as fraudulent as the white man you talking down about. Now you trying to talk down on the white man when back in the day you was kissing and you was loving on the white man. So, baby girl, like I said, some of y'all are bipolar, schizophrenic. Some of y'all go through seasons and phases. So right now you're in your black man phase, but back in the day you was in your white boy phase. Maybe in a couple years you're gonna be on your Arab man phase or whatever. Some of y'all just be going through phases, man. I don't want no woman who go through phases. Like I said, you got to be grounded and rooted and solid in what you believe in. I don't want no woman who goes through a phase, a white boy phase, a black man phase, a Mexican phase. Listen, y'all be going through phases and changes like the Tupac song. I don't want none of that nonsense in my vicinity, man. Like I said, brothers, I just make these videos so y'all beware. Like I said, it's
Oh, trust me. These videos, even talking about and doing reactions to these videos, they do help. They're very helpful. Because young black men, especially, are at a point they're just tired. Now, for most women, Western sisters, their best bet is getting an older dude, maybe. And that's a maybe. If he's not going to be hip to the game and really, as older the man gets, he will be set his ways and he's going to demand a little more. And most women are not going to keep up with that demand. And usually you're not going to be around them long either. Because you're looking for a man to control, looking for a man to kiss your butt, all that stuff. I'm telling you, it's a new day. The only man that will give you that green light is men that's boomers and really old Gen Xers. And even them at a point that they can't do it because they preserve their health more than anything else, and their sanity and their mentality or their minds, well-beings, their peace. Anyhow, let's go.
a lot of women who claim to got love for the black man. They claim to be pro-black, black fists up in the air, but you got to be able to differentiate. You got to know what questions to ask to understand. Have you always been on this journey, or is this something recently, or did you go through a traumatic experience? Was you dealing with a white man and he kicked you to the curb and it didn't work out? Like, what happened that now you made a complete about face 180-degree turn? Now you want to show love to the black man when, like you said, back in the day, you was laying up with the white man and bashing the black man. So I really want to know what exactly changed, what clicked for you that inspired you to make that change. Now, when it comes to me, I'm still not going to deal with you regardless, but I'm still curious to know what inspired you to make that change so I could know, so I can add it to my information database on what to look for and what women to avoid actively, right? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know so I can come back to my brothers and share the information. Because when it comes to me, when it comes to the brothers that follow my channel, based on the content that I have on my channel, I know that you guys are, black men who are on a higher level intellectually. And because we are black men who truly value and honor the black family, we understand the value of the black mother. So when it comes to choosing the mother of your children, you have to make sure that she was never infected with any mind viruses back in the day. Because like they always say, the mother is the first teacher of the children. So when it comes time to choose the mother of your children, generation, brothers, you have to make sure that you come with a woman that is equipped to pass down the ideologies and the mentalities and the teachings and the customs and the traditions of our heritage, our cultures, and our ancestors. And if a woman has not lived her life in a way that would make her ancestors proud, then you have no business being with that woman. I don't even care if she changed her life. I don't care if she's not on drugs anymore. It's the same mentality. For example, if she used to smoke crack back in the day, I'm glad she got clean. I'm glad she turned her life around. I'm glad she got everything together. But that doesn't mean that just because she got clean, all of a sudden I'm now going to be interested in her. No, because why would you choose the woman who used to smoke crack when there's a bunch of beautiful black women who have never, ever picked up the crack pipe a day in their life and they never had a desire to, right? That's the thing too. For example,
That's a challenge. That would be a challenge on your behalf, brother, to do your little digging, to know a little bit more about the woman you're dealing with. And, you know, it's going to come to a point, maybe rushing to get in the bedroom might not be the way to go, gentlemen. Knowing that that might sound hurtful, but we got to be serious here. We're going to be maneuvering in this environment, especially when we deal with the ladies. Fair use.
you could have never picked up the crack pipe, but you had a desire to do it. You were curious about it, right? So that's almost as bad as picking up the crack pipe. You got to be with the black women, brothers, that never picked up the crack pipe and never even had a desire or a curiosity to pick up the crack pipe. Those are the women, if you want my advice or recommendation, those are the women that should get priority. Those are the women that are number one draft picks, right? The ones who never picked up the crack pipe, never smoked crack, never was interested in smoking crack, right? Those are the women that get first priority. They've always loved the black man, and that's always what it was, right? Everybody else, all the former crackheads who used to smoke crack back in the day, now they on methadone, not you know what I'm saying? Now they on Suboxone, they getting their life together. You know, salute to you. But, you know, salute to you. And the women who still smoking crack, we don't even care about them. We don't even look at them, right? So, brothers, on your journey, you're going to come across a lot of women who used to smoke crack, you know, theoretically, right? Figuratively speaking. They used to smoke crack. They got their life together. They got clean, right? They went down to the clinic. They went to rehab. And now they want to come back into society. And now they want to come back to the community after smoking crack. Now, some of y'all brothers, you can take the former crackheads back. You know, salute to you. But when it comes to me and the brothers that, you know, part of my family, my congregation, I'm telling you, brothers, it's a bunch of beautiful black women who never, ever picked up the crack pipe. And they are ready for a black man. And they're ready to pour love into a black man. And they're ready to receive love from a black man. In my opinion, those women should get prime priority. Now, if you want to deal with a woman who, like I said, back in the day, she used to be a drug addict on crack, and now she changed her life around, and you want to deal with her, do your thing, brother. Do your thing. You know, when it comes to me, I never smoke crack, so I'm never going to deal with a woman who want to smoke crack. You know, and in this situation, smoking crack means, you know, laying up with the adversary. But anyways, man, I'm not going to be here too long, man.
All right.
Like I said, maybe I should come with a series.
All right. All right. That should be it. Good video. That's the first video. And we got another video. But, you know, before I do continue on, y'all guys support the channel. You know how it is. Do I need to say more? Do I really got to say more?
I want my money.
I told you.
Where is my money?
Benny, bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
Please, guys, support the channel. Support Chaos Reign. We're the $ Chaos Reign 8 or super chats. Questions. If you want to have any questions or anything of any ill behavior in the chat room, it cannot be read personally. But if you put in a super chat, it might be read. Possibly, depending on the nature of the question or the comment. But like always, support the channel. Now, next video, this is probably the second last video, it's about this colorism nonsense. And if you go back to one of my original videos that I posted on my channel about I'm tired of the colors talk by most people, and I've concluded that colorism is a black woman issue because they want to be accepted to all other groups of men, including in general. That's why they have a big issue about colorism. No one talks more bad about skin tone than the black woman. I'm sorry, and that's the honest truth. Fair use. Let's watch this one.
I don't really make videos like these, but I'm going to be reacting to a video that was put out by the fellow YouTube content creator Shakira Mariam. Now, of course, I did a video on this young lady a few months back.
Now, I'm not sure if this is the woman that a lot of people have said that she's done adult movies. I could be wrong, but it's one of these women out here that's doing something. Now, I think it's her. It might be somebody else, but yeah, there are some women now that's complaining about their choices of men or the quality men that they can be able to pick. But it goes back to again that if you're not fit the archetype, if you're not just being yourself, you're not giving the room for not only the black men but other groups of men. If you want to be so lean to date out, fairies.
You know, a funny video. She was shocked, right? She made a video talking about how she was talking to this young black man, and the young black man had to respectfully decline her advances, had to respectfully, you know, put an end to the interaction because one of his deal breakers was he doesn't deal with women who date outside the race. So I did a funny video, reaction video a few months back to her video because she was enraged. She was furious. She couldn't believe that.
But she couldn't believe it because black men take any woman. That's why I'm very cautious when I hear content telling black men what they should do in general. Black men should do what's in his best interests. Now, if we want to go by the data that most black people, especially black men, will still seek and want a black mate, right? If they cannot get their black mate here in America, then yes, you might have to travel outside to find where black people, where a whole set group of us are, to try to find and mate with them. If that is the black man's desire. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to go date out, I mean, they're everywhere. Fair use.
A black man had the audacity to reject her because one of his deal breakers was he doesn't deal with women who mix and mingle outside the race. So yeah, for those of y'all that follow me, y'all remember that video. But this is going to be a different type of video. So she was reacting to one of them clips from the Pop the Balloon show. I'm sure y'all heard about that show, Pop the Balloon. I don't really watch it too heavy. I might see some clips here and there, but I don't really watch it too heavy. I don't really watch too much of anything. I don't watch movies. I don't watch TV. So I'm kind of out the loop with a lot of things. But a clip had went viral, and I want to react to the clip. There was a young lady who came up on the show, a very highly complected young woman, my type of woman, right? I like the women that resemble the woman that my ancestors had. I'm not really a big fan of the admixture. I'll be honest with you. You know, I'll be honest with you. But this young lady came up on the show, and she decided to reject the young man. And the reason that she gave was she made the assumption without even having a conversation. She assumed this gentleman had no interest in her because she was dark skinned, right? She didn't ask him what his preference was, what his taste was. She just automatically assumed he's not into me, so I'm just going to bow out gracefully. So I want to react to that clip. But before we get into it, as you already know, subscribe to the Patreon, join the Patreon.
Make sure you guys hit the like button and share the stream.
Well as act of videos moving forward.
All right. That's good.
Just, it was controversial for some people. Some people were shocked at what she said. So I kind of want to get into the video and talk about it because I think that a lot of dark-skinned women in general could use this as guidance on how to navigate in this world as a darker girl.
Now, you see, it goes back to they complain about the dark skin. You see, as a black man, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not heavily melanated, like what they consider dark skin, right? But for women that are, any person that is very melanin rich, that have more darker hue, right? You take the world as is. The world really doesn't owe you or me any understanding. Don't let your skin be the reflection that makes you not be productive and progress as a human being in society. Because let's be fair, honest. The world you live in today, and we live in a mostly white program society. You know the program is white is good, white is beautiful, white is purity, white is God, while black is ugly, black is inferior, black is a form of the devil. It is a reversal switch out. It's backwardness they get black people in when we look at ourselves and them. So keep that in mind. Let's go.
So let's watch the video so that we can talk about it, okay?
Definitely, I like her skin tone.
Oh,
You know,
beautiful.
I like dark skinned women. She's beautiful. You know what I mean? And I like the fact that you got braids. Like
It's a mohawk.
you embracing your yeah.
Oh, I'm shocked, and I didn't think you were attracted.
Why are you shocked?
I don't know. I didn't think I was his type.
I should think that, but
Yeah, nah, you very beautiful. I like your skin tone again, and you know, you got gorgeous almond eyes, and you know, yeah.
And as you know, this is Pop the Balloon, and Pop Balloon been, which I don't like now, and I don't really do much sharing content of their crap, so I'm just gonna let it run. Fairies.
Okay.
so are you still leaving your balloon unpopular? Is he someone that is your type?
He's attractive. I just didn't think I was his type.
Why are you eliminating yourself? You want the balloon back?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get that balloon back. There we go. Okay, we'll be back.
Crazy.
Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this video is because I was that girl at one point in my life. And I'm sure many dark-skinned women were at a point in their life where they had the mindset that this girl had, okay? This girl's clearly beautiful. I mean, that's evident. There's no argument about that. She's literally gorgeous. Her skin is beautiful. Her body is beautiful. Hair was tea. Body was tea. The whole thing was amazing, okay? However, she already eliminated herself as being a good option to a man that she found attractive simply because she has dark skin. Let's be real. That's why she eliminated herself.
Mm-hmm.
She felt like that guy wouldn't find her attractive simply because she's dark skinned. And a lot of dark skinned women, before they reach that point of self-love, oftentimes you let society get in your head too much to the point where you think that every single situation you walk into, you're going to be dealing with a person that practices white supremacy. And you have to understand that, yes, even though we live in a world where the beauty standard says the lighter you are, the better you are, that doesn't mean that every single person walking around on earth follows that playbook, okay? There are a lot of people who believe that the darker you are, the prettier you are, even though the European beauty standard says the opposite. So as a dark-skinned girl, it's not helpful to you when you have this mindset that everywhere you go, you're going to be the last pick and nobody's going to desire you just because you're dark-skinned. When I got to college, I was shocked to see men prefer dark-skinned women. Like, shocked. And it was because the environment that I was in, I was only around people who preferred lighter girls. And when I was in high school, I was in a PWI. So I was only around people who preferred lighter people. And it took me going to college in Philly. Shout out to Philly. They love the dark skins. It took me going to college in Philly for me to actually see men who preferred darker girls. And I was shocked to see it. I was shocked to see it at first. I was like, damn.
All right.
Okay. That's nice to know. But it tells you the environment was the factor. But let's go deeper than the environment. You must have confidence in yourself as a woman. If we didn't want to go to the colorism route. Like, if you know, when I used to play the intro video of my channel, right? I show image of the picture of black women. Well, not just any black woman. Slim, well put together, attractive black women that have darker skin. There's a difference, a big difference. You're not going to see me play women in general because I don't really date or even have the urge or even go out my way to say I'm going to look for a big back. Beep. No, I'm going to find a woman that looks like they keep their body to par. Hope to God they don't got no surgeries, no BBLs. And trust me, there are black women out there that's going under the knife, getting these injections and getting the BBL surgeries. And I'm telling black women advocating, please stop it. It's very unattractive. You look bad. You look like an ant. You're screwing your body. Stop doing it. that you could have a better shape once you don't go through those surgical process. I have these images to show that what I do like, which is better. And if you want to be a dark-skinned woman, that would be a better route you should take. If you're too skinny, you could put on some weight. Now, when I mean by some weight, I'm not talking about go all out and make yourself into a big bag. No, I'm saying you could put on some pretty healthy weight with the necessity of taking some protein, maybe doing some simple weightlifting, preferably tone your body. You want to start with the lower body, then work your way up to the upper body. That's how it normally goes. And eventually, within 6 months, with some consistency, but you have to be consistent. If you're not doing 5 days a week in the gym, you could do 3. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. At best, give yourself a day or 2 of breaks. Because you don't have to kill yourself in the gym. I don't know why people think that they need to do all this. No. If you're a young woman or a woman that's just turned 30, then that would be a more logical route. But as you get older, you always want to mind and watch what you eat, especially when you start putting on unnecessary weight. The point is this. I put women that look like they are very much healthy and cute looking. So let's keep playing the video. Come like a rant too long. Support channel, super chat, or cash app, either or. Let's go.
We back. Now, my only issue with this topic and Shakira Mariam in particular is because she was one of the main proponents on social media, one of the main voices not too long ago, singing the gospel of dating outside the race. Oh, girl, you better get you a white man. You better expand your options to all these different races of men. So to me, the colorism conversation, the dark skin conversation, it's hard for me because the same women that preach about the trials and tribulations of the dark skinned human beings are the same ones encouraging you to dilute the rich melanin in your bloodline, dilute your rich heritage, dilute your genetic code, simply all in the name of, oh, expanding your options, girl. You better expand your options. You better get you a white man. She was one of the main ones singing the gospel of the white man on YouTube, on TikTok, whatever. That's why when I made that video about her a few months back, I was like, baby girl, you cannot be angry at that gentleman. You can't be angry at that young black man because he doesn't want to deal with you because you were singing the gospel and kissing the ass of the white man, right? And at the same time, you say, oh man, the trials and tribulations of the dark-skinned woman. But at the same time, you don't even care enough to even reproduce a dark-skinned woman. You say the light-skinned biracials, the mixed race girls, they got the privilege, they got the status, whatever. But at the same time, you are not against the idea of reproducing that same exact mixed race girl, light skin, privilege, whatever that you complaining about. That's my only issue with the dark.
No, it's more than the complaint, right? They don't want to see a reflection of themselves. That's why we look at America in general. Because we have to talk about it. We mix and procreate outside ourselves because it is better, it is safer, it's more beautiful. Most people that believe mixed kids are beautiful are black women. They complain about skin tone more than the men. A man's going to have to pick what he could deal with. That's how you look at it. And most men today are not going to say, all right, I need to go find a white woman just to make my children look like. No, that's not the mindset on every black man that thinks constantly. He looked for a mate that will give him those things: sex, peace, and what else? Sex, peace, and respect. What's good, Tevin? Hope everything's good. Oh, I see that you have a what's that, ring? I'm not sure what that is. They put as a comment. It's interesting. All right. Oh, guys, support the channel, please. Support the channel. Let's go.
In conversation, right? When it comes to me, you can't out one side of your mouth say, man, the trials and tribulations of the dark-skinned women. And at the same time, at the other side of your mouth, girl, you better get your white man and create a little mulatto. Listen, I'm not going. I'm not going, man. I'm not going. That's usually when I check out of the whole colorism conversation, right? And it's unfortunate because the conversation deserves to be had. It's a conversation worthy of a discussion. But the individuals that are leading the discussion, unfortunately, they're sending mixed messages to the population, right? They're talking about we need to uplift the dark skin, and I agree with that. But at the same time, they talk about we need to link up with the white man. So that's why I completely check out of the conversation. Now, when I went into her comment section, I seen this young lady come into the comment section, right? Now, this young lady has also been in my comment sections as well, right? We'll get into that later. But she went into the comment section of this video and she said this: I was this girl and I did not realize it. I just did not show it. And in his eyes, I was super confident, but in the inside, I didn't 100% feel that way. He was a fine white Puerto Rican guy. And in my that's what I'm saying. The trials and tribulations of the dark-skinned woman. I was linking up with the white Puerto Ricans, the European Puerto Ricans. Anyway, let's continue. He was a fine white Puerto Rican guy. And in my head, I couldn't believe that he was attracted to me and dark skin was his preference. We have to stop doing that, counting ourselves out, because it's a lot of men that prefer us. He said a lot of men in his family have the same preference. They think women of their race are attractive, but they would say opposites attract. Now, I recognize this young lady because she has came into my comment section on multiple occasions, ready to debate, ready to defend her right to date outside the race, right? She's very passionate about dating outside the race. So I was taken aback once I seen her in the comment section of this video talking about the trials and tribulations of the dark-skinned individuals. For example, a while back, I did a video basically explaining why I have the ideology in the position that I do, right? Why I only deal with black women who only deal with black men, right? That's my preference. And I have a right to that preference. I only deal with black women who only deal with black men. Now, she came into the comment section and she said this: what should black women do when so many black men do not want black women? I'm not a person who dates out. Now, as you can see, brothers, she just was in the comment section of the other lady talking about I was with the white Puerto Ricans. I was with the European descendants of the Puerto Rican Spaniards, right? Now she in my comment section saying I don't date out. That's why I be looking at some of y'all funny. Anyway, let's continue. I'm not a person who dates out. Lies. But when you look at the numbers, black women are out of luck if they're putting all their bets on black love, realistically speaking, right? Now, this the same one who was just, oh man, the trials and tribulations of the dark skin. And she comes into my comment section trying to downplay the importance of black love. That's why it's hard for me to take y'all serious when it comes to this colorism conversation. If
it's not hard, you know the premise, and I'm gonna let Mr. Igmore say best for y'all brothers to know or learn. And those dudes in the back, this one's for you.
21 years military, 13 years overseas since 1994. All the white men I knew during my service military with black baby mamas would never put on child support. Explain this reality, black woman. No, they got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right? They got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right? They got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right? They got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right?
You a goddamn for God!
Was that simple enough, gentlemen? Let's begin. Let's resume.
We're not about this life when it comes to the black family, then don't worry about what the dark skins go through, because you're gonna create your little half breed, your little quadroon, hexadecaroon, mixed race mulatto. That's what you're gonna make. That's what you're gonna recreate. You're not gonna create the young black girl, the young dark skinned daughter. I'm gonna create her because I'm gonna be with the black woman. You're the one laid up.
But the whole premise is not to create other in your likeness. The premise is for a good portion of black women, having white skin is enough. Having the mixed baby is enough. It is a form of currency. Matter of fact, it's a form of reparations. So they're not always subliminally saying they're doing. I don't want to recreate my image. Matter of fact, I want some that's less my image, more prettier, because they're gonna have more of a lighter hue. Their hair is not gonna be so kinky or what they consider nappy. The straighter better, and it's gonna be damn near passive or white. That's the whole end game. So they're gonna go outside, bust it wide open, Miss Charlie, bust it wide open for Jason, bust it wide open for Todd. And Todd is going to give them what they desire. And if they don't get what they want from Todd, Mr. Charlie, or whatever, they'll go back to Tyrone at the end of the day. Fair use.
With Jose Javier Hernandez. So what is this conversation about the dark skins and this, that, and the third, but you laid up with the European colonists? Now, of course, I responded to her and I said this: you have convinced yourself of this alternate reality. Meanwhile, the global black population size is booming and growing and is predicted to explode over the next century. Meanwhile, white people are stressing about the declining population size. You sound like somebody who is looking to justify what you already desire to do. So don't let me stop you. I'm not begging anybody to stay among their own people. You have liberty and autonomy. Go place your bets on non-existent interracial love since you already written off black love. Enjoy. Now, this brother came into the comment section. He said this: women with this reasoning are always swirlers. You recognize them even when they lie. I recognize the pattern. And she responded and said, I've dated out in my past. I have not dated out since the pro-black movement. Wait, what is the pro-black movement? You needed a movement to come along to encourage you to love your own men? That's crazy.
Man, wait. I just heard some bullshit. Wait. Where is it? Hold on. I gotta do this, guys. Gotta do it. God damn it.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up. God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Yeah. Woo. I don't know what to say. Fair use.
Anyway, I haven't dated out since the pro-black movement, but I'll take their money. Okay, so you'll take the white man's money and lay up with him if he got money, but you, brother. Oh, but the dark skin, the trials and tribulations of the dark skin, but we laying up with the white man for money. But I have not let anybody non-black touch me in years. My past is my past, and I'm not ashamed of it. Now, me and her have had, interactions in the comment section on multiple occasions, even as recently as a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, I had deleted that conversation, but it was a long back and forth. And she was basically saying how, black men don't want us. Black men don't love us. Black men don't like us. Black men don't like us. Black men don't want us. But if you notice in the comment section of the other young lady, you notice she was way more optimistic. And I even had a conversation with her. I told her, look how much grace you give to men who come from whole entire anti-black cultures. You're talking about men from Latin America, one of the most anti-black regions in the world, where anti-blackness is entrenched into the culture, where the more European ancestry you have, the more status you have in the hierarchy, where the more African ancestry you have, the lower you are on the hierarchy, right? She gives grace to men who come from those cultures, right? She said, listen, don't count yourself out. I was that girl. Don't count yourself out. Those men love us, right? But when it came to the black man, she already wrote the black man off, right? And I wish I could show you them conversations, but unfortunately I deleted them. But basically what I told her in our last interaction was the same grace you give to non-black men, in this case, the Puerto Rican guy, the grandson of the conquistador, the same grace you give to him, give that same grace to black men. And maybe your interactions with black men will end up more positive, right? Maybe the reason why you're having
it will not, and it will not. It won't. It won't. And the reason why? Because you're black. You're the reflection of evil, the epitome. All that she is trying to escape. And the way she could escape this is one and only one thing. And you know what I'm about to do.
21 years military, 13 years overseas since 1994. All the white men I knew during my service military with black baby mamas would never put on child support. Explain this reality, black woman. No, they got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right? They got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right? They got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right? They got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right?
You a goddamn
fucked up. Because she needs reparations. And the only way she's going to get reparations is going through, and I mean going through, Mr. Charlie. Get that white skin. The athlete get the white skin. You let them jump on, hop on you, inside you, shoot up the club, bust it, bust all types of, and therefore give you the non-black child. That is the form of freedom, reparations that a good portion of black women looking for, seek for. I don't care what they tell you. All right, let's go, Furious.
Negative interactions with black men is because look how you're stepping into the front door. Just like the lady on the Pop the Balloon show, right? You've already written black men off. You've already written black love off, but you still maintain an open window for interracial love, for maybe, you know, the white man from Puerto Rico or whatever, right? But when it comes to the black man, you already wrote the black man off. And we can pick up on that energy. Maybe that's why you're not having success, because we can pick up on that energy. We can sense the vibes. We can tell the vibes is not what it's supposed to be. And I think a lot of times when it comes to the colorism conversation, I really think that's why the colorism conversation never gets the attention that it deserves, because a lot of times the individuals who are leading the colorism conversation, they're not really operating in good faith, right? They might seem like, oh, I'm all about, you know, black people and I love black people and I love dark-skinned people. But at the same time, no, you don't. No, you don't. You want to get with the white man. You know, you want to have a little multicultural, multiracial, multi-ethnic family, right? No, you don't. You want to have a bunch of light-skinned babies. You don't really care about this dark-skinned life for real. You don't really care for real. You're not going to convince me that you truly care about the plight of the dark-skinned human beings, but at the same time, you want to lay up with the creator and the architect and the founder and the engineer behind colorism and all the other isms, all the racism and featureism, whatever. You're not going to tell me you truly care about the topic, but then you want to lay up with the same exact descendants of the men who created this predicament you found yourselves in, right? The same exact men who constructed whole entire societies based on the fact that you were higher up in the hierarchy based on how much European ancestry you had, right? You talking about you laying up with men from Spanish speaking colonies. Like, come on, man. Like, I cannot take this serious. If you're not a black woman who only deals with black men, I don't really care what you think about colorism, because you're going to have a little half-breed mongrel baby anyway. So nobody cares about the topic. You're not really passionate about the topic. I'm sorry to tell you. Sorry to tell you. And Shakira Mariam, you.
But you got to understand my good friend Desleen. The whole premise is never to care, because they looking for the reparations. Do I need to play again? Let's go again. Let's go this again.
21 years military, 13 years overseas since 1994. All the white men I knew during my service military with black baby mamas would never put on child support. Explain this reality, black woman. No, they got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right? They got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right? They got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right? They got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right?
You a goddamn from God.
It's that simple. It's just that simple. Furious.
You've been on the internet for years telling black women dead outside the race. Now you want to cry about the plight of the dark-skinned human beings. Get out of here, bro. And the lady in my comment section, get out of here too. Like I said, telling me, oh, I don't date outside the race. But then in the other comment section, you talking about you laid up with the white man from Puerto Rico. Just stop it, man. Just stop it. It's a whole joke. It's a whole joke. Now, when it comes to me, like I said, I have a preference for women who are highly melanated and richly complected. Not only physically, but also mentally and spiritually. Because you could be a dark-skinned woman on the outside, but spiritually on the inside, you white as a Confederate soldier, right? You got the same mentality as a Confederate soldier, right? So it has to be with the mentality and the spirit as well, right? The physical has to match the spiritual. And to me, when it comes to women like Shakira Mariam going around telling women, oh, they're outside the race, your physical does not match the spiritual. You know, it doesn't align. It doesn't match. It doesn't match. So that's probably why some of y'all not really having the success y'all want to have with black men, because you might be a black woman on the outside, but on the inside, you about as white as Robert E. Lee, the Confederate general. But anyways, man, I'm not going to be here too long, man. It's your boy Neferkari. That's
Thank you again. Yep. So those are the videos. Those are the videos. And there was another video I could have found and play. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Since I'm here with y'all. Hold on. Let me look up something, guys. Let's take a look. I'm just looking at something, guys. I'm just looking up something, guys. 1 second. Where is it? Where is it? No, that's not it. Oh, wow. Nah, I'm not about to play this, but I'll look at it just to get some understanding. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. All right. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys got some out of this, learned some out of this. Hell, enjoyed this. You know, I did. Look forward to see what y'all reactions in the comment section after this one. Like always, guys, the links to follow me are below. You can follow me on Twitter at ChaosRain7. You can add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Ray on Facebook. You can join my Discord service. You can follow me on Rumble, CRain23 on Rumble. And last but not least, become a member of the Chaos Rain Show. There's channel members have perks, videos on channel membership right now. First tier, top tier, there's some more extreme videos on the top tier level. But only way you're going to see those videos, you got to become a member. All right. Till next time, guys. And like always, and I mean like always, let chaos reign.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Man, fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Man, fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Man, fuck all you hoes.
They like the chaos.
They like the chaos. So when you're able to
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with
Must reign.